Cowboys and Coffee is back. Easter is upon us, which means pro days are here, which means the draft is barreling towards us. Thank God I'm getting out of this cold weather here.
Yeah.
We have a guest with us on our Fan Fanatics special. We have our good friend Kane Ward here. Kane, thanks for coming on, man.
Appreciate it.
Huge Cowboys fan. We're
Yeah.
glad you could come on with us.
I'm glad to be here, man. Looking forward to this next hour and change.
Listen, man, we always have a good time, and we're only talking Cowboys while we're sipping some coffee. By the way, we're going to send over, we got to get your coffee spot before we go. We'll send over a coffee on us. Well, we're here for the Cowboys. We are through the first wave of free agency, and now we'll see what the Cowboys do. What are your thoughts on where the Cowboys are so far in what they've done for free agency, trades, all that fun stuff before the draft?
I think this is the first time that Jerry has said, yeah, we're going to be aggressive, and we were actually aggressive. Do I like the Rashawn Gary trade? Absolutely. Obviously, when you're going from a 4-3 to a 3-4, some pieces are going to have to be moved. Obviously, I love Odigizua just as much as everyone else does, but his play fits a 4-3, not a 3-4.
Yeah. He is a prototype to three technique in the 4-3, and it's better for him. And I don't think there's any malice from any Cowboys fans. It's like, hey, like we know you're going to 49ers, but all the best to you. And you'll see you going forward. You need DNs now who are 6'4", 6'5", 330, who can hold up stout against the run. That's what you need your linemen to be. You need Quinn Williams. You need Kenny Clark's up there to make a difference. Go ahead, D.
Well, it's a gap and a half. They're playing gap and a half. And the gap and a half, you got to be strong up to the front and also allow your ability to do that quick twitch. Unfortunately, I see that OC will get 10 sacks in San Francisco.
Listen, he very well might.
He'll get 10 sacks.
But he wouldn't. There was no path for that in Dallas.
That's right.
No.
Right. No. He's not an edge rusher.
No, he's not this.
So then from what I see, the Cowboys before the draft have four major needs: a corner, a safety, a linebacker, particularly a middle linebacker, and an edge rusher. I think the front line is pretty much set. But I feel that those are their four positions. And you have three picks in the first 2 days, 2 first-rounders and a third. The question is, if there's one position that you could say, you know what, if I can draft for 3 positions, what's the one position you would say I could live without them drafting this position and kind of rummaging through the free agency bin afterwards?
I could really say that, and a lot of people are probably going to hate me when I say this, but I say really, I like the pieces we have on the secondary. Obviously, with us bringing some guys from Seattle, the Rams, I do like the secondary as it is. Do I think we need to spend a top pick on a secondary? No. Unless you got a Jalen Ramsey prospect out there, which I don't really see because Ramsey is one of one. So I think we could rummage through free agency on the secondary. I do think the second level definitely needs to be built upon because, as we saw last year and the past 10 years, our run defense has been a wet paper bag.
Huh. Listen, D, where are you if they've got those four needs, which I think most Cowboys fans will agree upon? Those are their four biggest needs, because I don't think you need the D line, right? I don't think you need a nose. You're all set. Your DNs for the system kind of fit. Out of those four positions, if you can draft 3 and leave one out, what's the one you're leaving out?
Yeah, and again, I'm coming from an angle that the scheme covers it all, covers for each other. So I guess either way, it's always one or the other for the same argument. You know what I'm saying? This guy Parker, he got this guy's a little professor. I'm gonna tell you what he's like to answer the question. He's a mini version of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what he is.
Yeah,
with a little more class to him.
Yeah,
he's incredibly cerebral. You would want to play for Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick looks at you and go, "You playing right here and you win."
Right.
Yeah.
But he's a Bill Belichick
Right.
prototype.
He feels like Bill Belichick as a good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like Bill Belichick,
Right.
we all know is a horrible human being.
But they
Christian
used to
Parker
say
is
about
not.
Tony Dungy. They used to say we loved him too much to fail. And that's what I think you get with Christian. They said Tony Dungy, we loved him too much to fail his game plan.
Now, from what I've heard in previous situations, the D coordinator for the Eagles, who is what's it? Why am I forgetting his name right now? Oh, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah.
You just said it, and I can see his face.
Yeah, he's an older guy.
Vic Fangio. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Vic Fangio was with the Dolphins, and it didn't go over very well. And several people said one of the big reasons was Parker was not with him.
Okay, he was only one year. 1 year.
Yeah.
That's unusual for coaching staff. Very unusual on the NFL level. They go, I'm out of here.
Right. And
very unusual.
As renowned as Vic Fangio, this isn't some like bum.
Because when he played up to him, wow, that's crazy.
Right. There was talent there. There's something happened.
But that's all the part of Scott's.
They talk about Parker being the bridge between the brain of Fangio and the heart of the team, and he gets it both. He gets the brain, he gets the heart. He puts players in position. If I'm looking at those four slots, I think safety is the one that I would feel okay not addressing because you got Jalen Thompson.
Yeah,
I know Kobe Durant he's an outside corner, and I think Bland is an outside corner. Siobhan Ravel Jr. is outside. What does Kalen Carson do? I'm a big fan of Reddy Stewart. I think he's tough as nails.
I like
inside.
I think Reddy Stewart's in that corner slot corner. Yes, they could improve, but if you came out of days 1, 2, and 3 with let someone fall and I'm telling people like someone's going to fall in this draft to the Cowboys. Like someone's falling.
I can see Downs falling. To be honest,
here's the thing: if Downs falls to 12, I'm taking him. I've been on this pod for months saying Caleb Downs and Jeremiah Love. I want those two guys above everybody. Love's not there.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not. I mean, Jeremiah Love is obviously one of the best athletes available, but we got to take it a step back further. We took Zeke, and we should have took Ramsey at 4.
Yeah, and you could have doubled back in the second round, taking Derrick Henry, and have been a whole different.
I've always hated to admit that, but it's in the big picture, it was right. We should have took
because you had the need at cornerback anyway.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I get a Dion type of lockdown corner at 4, and you pass on him? And I love Zeke. I love him, but you don't pass up on that.
Mm-hmm. Look at Derrick Henry still balling today. Right, he's still playing today. So, yeah, I think safety. Now, if you come if you come out of the first round with Caleb Downs at 12, and you give me, Jacob Rodriguez at 20 in that linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez in a Cowboys uniform would do numbers in Texas. Yeah. Man, oh my gosh, they'd be printing money. They'd be sick of money after how many Rodriguez jerseys. You know how many of Dulce's relatives?
It'd be a lot of
that area would be buying those jerseys.
The country of Mexico be buying a lot of them. We got it.
Yeah, as if they're not already buying a bunch of these Cowboys
100%.
I'm a big TJ Allen fan.
I like him too.
But the guy, he's the brain.
CJ Allen.
See, I would get mixed up. CJ Allen, he's the brain out there, and I'm sorry, I know he's not going to go 12, 20. I go crazy because he's the general on there. He's high character, and Parker would trust him to run the defense.
He reminds
because he got Georgia from the Eagles.
Yeah, he reminds me of Sean Lee.
Like exactly.
Yeah, I would not be upset. And I think with Jermod McCoy running well today, ran a 4.38 40, very explosive. Right, that's burning. That's fast. That's not just good speed.
Yeah,
that's elite speed. They say he looks very fluid out there. His hips look great, and that's really what matters in your cornerback position. So I think what happens is at 12, you're basically assured that you're not going to miss out. There's no one that you can draft the best defensive player who falls to you, right? If you come to 12 and you get if McCoy's the best player left, draft McCoy. If Downs falls, draft Downs. If Ruben Bain falls, draft Ruben Bain. Right? You can say best player at 12 is on defense.
Defense, this draft is loaded.
Yes.
Is loaded. And we've kind of seen that over the last few years as offenses progress.
Yes.
We start to see it,
trend,
especially in the college level, especially
Yeah.
when you take, for example, the SEC, one of the best defensive divisions in football.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And they're physical. They're not finesse. They're physical.
Yeah, they'll punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
Which of course, Bill remembers this. Punch you in the mouth is what got you the 3-peat anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's the thing: at 20 is where I could see Dallas realistically trading down and even out of the first round. If you're the Cardinals at the top of that second round, and we get to the position scarcity of like a quarterback, who's QB2, and you have Dan Orlovsky saying someone like Ty Simpson. Some teams view Ty Simpson as QB1 this draft, which if you're the general manager who thinks Ty Simpson is QB1, like your owner got to be nervous because what's your general manager doing?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, based off of the little bit of film that we saw out of Cleveland last year, if they decide to make Watson the guy, if I'm Arizona, I'd probably sniff around Shedeur because Shedeur showed he can play.
But to me, it looks so. Here's what I think Cleveland's doing. They have 2 first-round picks.
Nader. That's all I want to know for
Quarterbacks. Cleveland, I think, is drafting at least the best offensive lineman at the board at 6.
Oh yeah.
Then they have another second-round pick, and I think so. Cleveland, Arizona. I think Cleveland less so, in my opinion, but I think Arizona is a team that I can look at and say, man, if they want to jump up, it would cost them their second and third this year and either a second or third next year. So then you'd have your 4 pick, you'd have the first rounder this year, second and third from Arizona this year, and then your third still this year. So you can address all your needs. And then you still get an extra third next year, which is going to be an elite draft, which allows you to move up the board as you want.
To be honest, if Jerry really wanted to go greedy, you give me Buda Baker, you can have the 20th.
That's an interesting thought. I'm going to ask for a pick back and Cliff.
Baker's all pro.
We love Buda Baker.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Here's borderline Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a versatile chess piece that would take this defense to a whole nother level.
I would do that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I would not be surprised at all if 20 is where Dallas looks to trade and not 12, because 12 with McCoy doing his thing, and now because McCoy has done that, I don't see any route where you draft an offensive player at 12 either, because still guys are like, well, what happens if the tackle from Miami drops, or what happens if Carnell Tate drops? I still think that the defensive talent, like you said, is so deep and elite still at 12 that I'm going to take the best defender at 12 and say, I don't care if he's Caleb Downs or Ruben Bain or whoever, I'm going to just start him.
Unless you feel like replacing Guyton, which Guyton has been.
There's bad reports on him not loving the game. I don't hear a whisper. I don't want to hear a whisper that comes out in any report. Gone. Get him. Get him out.
Yeah.
Not a whisper. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not a whisper.
Yeah. Gone.
There's a whisper.
Yeah.
You can't make anybody love the sport. You cannot make anybody love the sport.
No.
You can't make anybody love you. The same principle.
Yeah, you either love it or you don't.
It's the same thing, brother.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Same thing.
You either love it or you don't.
Right. Right.
And to be honest with you, with the way Guyton performed last season, I mean, so many drive-killing penalties that really hurt.
Yeah, and you're not good enough to make those penalties. You know what I mean? If you're Jonathan Ogden, you make an occasional penalty, so be it. If you're going to lock a guy up 99% of the time and shut him out, and occasionally you get penalized, whatever. That's not who he is.
Yeah, no.
He's still changing. So I think that gets to like the modern athlete, but I think organizations and teams are changing how they feel about these players. we've seen it in the NBA, and we're starting to see it now in the NFL. Guys who like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons loves basketball? No. We're going to
No,
see the NBA draft this year. Darren Peterson from Kansas, who is as talented of a scorer as
he
comes.
said it openly.
Right. So am I
What
going
did
to
he
take
say? What did he say?
he don't really love the game of basketball.
Oh, forget that.
Right.
Exactly.
And he's
Thank
enough.
you. Thank
See,
you,
yeah,
He's
Bill.
talented enough to be the number one player. He's subbing himself out of games. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not taking my pick. I'll take the kid from BYU, DJ Abadanza.
Especially 2 rounds, he ain't going. He ain't
No.
going. Two
He'll be the
rounds.
top 10 pick. Don't get me wrong,
No.
top 5 pick, but he's not going to be number 1. And that's what I can't have in players. And I think Christian Watson, Christian Parker, I think would go ballistic. And I think that's part of the
Absolutely.
process. You're
Now,
not gonna
as
have it.
much as I love Gentry over there in Vegas, I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders take Love. I wouldn't be shocked.
But they
Yeah,
Because
people
they-
are crazy about
Gentry.
Gentry. Yeah. I like him. I think another year if the offensive line gets a little better, but there's a possibility. That's how good Love is.
He is
So-
the best, most
Yeah.
talented player in my
Yeah.
opinion in
Yes.
the draft.
So
right.
at that point, I gotta ask because Gentry is from Dallas. He's from Frisco. I'm
Is
like,
he?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Went to the high school right up the road from
Really?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would ask. Granted, I don't think Jerry would do it,
Right.
but would you sniff around it and try to bring him home?
I don't know, and here's why. You've already addressed running back. You have Javonte Williams below market value. Right. Am I giving up a first? Am I giving up 12 or 20 for him? Because the need, and this is kind of gets into the Pickens conversation. The need for defense is so great. Just for them to be average would make the Cowboys a Super Bowl contender. Just
Yeah.
the defense to be middling. Their offense is so great when they're healthy that they can absolutely have a 16th ranked defense and be a 2 seed in the NFC. That's why I wouldn't do it, because I feel the need is so tremendous.
So let me jump on that.
Yeah.
I'm fearful of running backs. I don't
Fair.
feel easy. I don't feel right about him. I like him at 25, right? He signed for 3 years. He's 25 years old, Williams.
Yeah.
And he had a good year. I fear because he goes down. You got the UT guy coming in, and he hasn't convinced me. Like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. He misses a block. Dak is gone for the year. The season's gone. The television's off, and I'm pissed off the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not crazy.
And I get, and I agree with that because Dak is our centerpiece. If something happens to him, this train dies.
There's no Kurt Warner coming off the bench.
No Kurt Warner off the bench.
No. First of all, Kurt Warner was an anomaly.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen every day. So I do agree with that, which why I said I think Guyton needs to go.
Which is why we've talked about since last year, Jaden Blue. If he don't get it together this year, I would cut him.
No.
If he don't make it into camp, I'm
Not
sorry.
blocking for your quarterback.
Malik
Not blocking
Davis,
for your quarterback.
Malik Davis runs hard.
Yeah.
He wants to be on this team. Phil Maffa, if he's healthy, he's gonna be out there thumping somebody.
I don't know what he got.
But I know that he's not. There's no reports of Phil Maffa. Oh, he's not studying. He doesn't love the game. But there is a Jaden Blue, which is why I think Dallas takes a running back in the draft at 5th round. Give me like Katron Allen from Penn State or somebody, right? Those boys are nasty. Penn State and Notre Dame both have 2 running backs who are going to be drafted. So, like,
see, I think as much as I love the running backs, you got to look at, and I hate to say it, but you got to look at the Niners, the way Juszczyk is used in the passing game. Like, you need something you need a fullback that could play running back, but can do everything a fullback can. Because Juszczyk is one of those ones that is like Swiss Army knife.
Well, here's my problem. I feel
back to what I tell you about who's your offensive coordinator. And listen, they scored 30 points a game. I can't frown on it. But yes, I totally agree with you as far as that goes, the fullback position. But I don't love our running backs. I like them. I like them.
Yeah.
I'm afraid when Williams goes down, we missed the block, and Paul's calling me up. I'm calling Paul up, and we're saying
we're all calling each other.
Yeah.
Tears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
we're
tears. We
texting
are all
Kane.
sitting on
because
the
it happened to
phone in tears.
Romo with the when they got rid of Anderson.
They got rid of Deion Anderson.
Remember when they got rid of
The
Deion?
UConn boys.
Yep. What happened?
Mhm.
Mr. Black. Ooh, and
And Deion was great. Deion, wherever you are, I hope you're doing great.
Yeah.
Deion would get us
We
tickets
love
out
you.
at MetLife.
Yeah.
Love Deion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Deion.
Deion was running
Absolutely.
around the team hotel the night before, like, you need any more tickets? You
Yeah.
good? And he was on my husky, he's one of us, one of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I which is why if by some chance Love falls to 12, would I be super upset if Dallas takes him? No, I'd probably be like, man, I wish we'd take a defender, but he's the best player, in my opinion, he's the best player in the
The
draft.
Ohio State boys are not dropping. They ain't none of them dropping.
If by some weird chance he does drop and it's between Downs and Love, I gotta take Downs. I have to.
I've been preaching this. Love is Ed Reed, right? He's one of the best. It's like he's one of the best safety prospects we've seen. Like Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Kyle Hamilton. Like he's up there as far as he can do anything. He'll see the whole field. He can dominate. He can hit you hard. He'll be center field. He'll come. He's Troy Polamalu,
which we've lacked for years. We have lacked that. Hey, don't come across this middle. We've lacked it. Keep in mind, I can think of all the times we've tried. Barry Church, that was a disaster. I mean, keep in mind, and the closest thing we've had to a real hitter, in my eyes, was Javon Curse. We let him go.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. He was 6'4", 250.
Yeah,
we liked him.
Yeah,
and I was shocked they didn't bring him back. Shocked. I was shocked they didn't bring him back.
Yeah, and I think,
I feel like even with the Micah Parsons situations, if you've got at least one or two other hitters back there, it doesn't sting as bad. Granted, Micah, I'm not paying you $40 million for pressures. I'm paying you for sacks.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna pay you $40 million, I need you to put up Myles Garrett numbers, break the record, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and after his whole charade laying down on the bench, I was pro Michael. They'll figure it out. Once he sat on the bench, I'm about ready to go punch him myself. No disrespect. Yeah. It's not a threat. But I'm just like, you know what? So I was talking to someone today. We're planning an episode where I'm going to burn the jersey I have of him and the shirt. I'm going to burn them because you know what? We got to burn the bad juju of Parsons past and look forward to Parker future.
You got to burn Diggs' jersey too.
Listen, if I had it, it would be on the pile. Remember when
Diggs, I was ready to punch every single week. It's like, dude, what is it about covering people or tackling that you just don't like? Keep in mind, y'all saw it. We had a chance to get to the NFC Championship game against the Niners when George Kittle bobbled that catch.
Mm-hmm.
Trayvon made a business decision.
Yep.
Ramsey or anybody else would have took that ball or would have hit George and forced an incompletion.
I'm always, Paul will tell you, I'm not a big Alabama draft dude from Alabama. Okay, a lot of them get hurt in the pros. A lot of them get hurt.
And here's the thing. Diggs is not signed as a free agent, right?
No.
The Packers got him in, and we heard from Packers fans, oh, he's going to take care of us. Like,
no,
buddy, we watch him. He sucks. He's washed. It's over, right? It's sad to say his knee never bounced back. He's not the same player. If he's on the roster, God bless you in your secondary, right? Good luck. But like,
good luck. Now, do I feel like if you put him in like a zone defense, could he maybe have a little success? Yes, but this concept of guys like that after a knee injury of all injuries, being able to play man again, that's a tall task.
Studying. Ray Lewis brought in Ed Reed on Tuesday nights and made him a Hall of Famer. If he got his priorities, but he got too much something else on that mind.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Once he got that money, everything else went out the window.
Yeah, I tell him all the time. He got the money. He got something else on his mind.
He got women on his mind. That's what matters.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And you could have women on your mind. You ain't married, and you could still study.
Right.
First of all, if Michael Irvin could have had women on his mind and still studied, why can't you?
Rob, you know the stories. Yes. Michael will be out till 4 a.m. and be the first one at practice, catching balls before the game, before anyone's even on the field. No one ever questioned his love of the game. We go back to the same thing.
Nobody questioned Deion Sanders' love of the game.
Correct. These guys could be, it could have been the White House in Dallas, right? We know that. But them boys loved Russell Maryland. You think Nate Newton was going to let you dog off and not
No,
play hard? Mark
no.
Stepnowski, Jay Novacek? Never, never,
Do you think Jimmy Johnson was going to let you slack off?
never.
The famous
Ever.
one about that guy with asthma. Get him off the field.
I can't
Yes,
breathe.
I love that. Get him out of here.
field. There you go.
Can't breathe. What you mean you can't breathe, dog? That's what your lungs are for. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I hope that with Schottenheimer, I hope that we establish, because here's my issue with the Cowboys over the last 20 plus years. It's not that we've never had the pieces, it's that we're not consistent.
We get in the playoffs and forget everything.
Literally.
Get in the playoffs and forget everything.
But even before the playoffs, you'll have a couple straight games where it's like, okay, we're going to the Super Bowl. And then 1 week you forget how to play football. It's like, we can't do that.
One of the biggest games of disasters, we went to Denver, and Stedman or Stedfield
Jarrett Stidham
beat us, put 44 on the team.
Yeah.
What? That's what I'm talking about.
I went to a Cowboys game back when it was Stafford and Megatron, when they came and played. And we were whooping their tail. I think we were at like 30-3 or something crazy at halftime. By the time we left, the Lions started skunking us. I'm like, how do we blow a 20-some-odd point lead?
No. The
You
talent,
can't do that.
the talent since Parcells came and rebuilt the roster, right? Because those years with Chan Gailey and Dave Campo, those are ever since he came back, though, the Cowboys have not been, barring the injured years, right, bereft of talent. It's not the lack of talent that's lost them these games. They should have. Des still caught it in Green Bay. I don't care.
Obviously.
Right? Romo, the ball slips through his hands, a brand new ball, whatever. But you know, Dak should have beat Aaron Rodgers. A big third down they missed, and they would have been able to march down and run the clock out and beat them. We were there in Dallas when Rodgers rolls left and just does a little thing and catches the ball to get the ball out of bounds left side of the field and a game-winning field goal. Like,
Jared Cook caught it. I mean, that was a catch.
That was a crime against humanity watching that live. It was horrific. It was the most gut-wrenching. I've watched people die and felt less worse than I did when I was watching that.
But it was also the game that, because those things are part of history, and unfortunately, when Cobb scoops the ball up and they gave him
it's part of the same game. It was an incomplete pass. He scoops it off the ground.
He said, "No, that's incomplete." They gave it to him. They scored a touchdown on that drive.
But if we consistently play like a championship team, those things don't happen.
Yeah, totally agree.
As much as I hated Brady and Belichick, as much as I hated them, they were consistent.
Yes.
Tom was so consistent that he went to a new team and gave them one.
Listen, sickening. You had to kill them 100 times before they were dead. Right? Because they weren't going to give you anything. They're going to be always there.
They didn't beat themselves.
And what I appreciated about Mike McCarthy and what I've appreciated so far about Shoddy, which we never had under Jason Garrett, is one injury does not kill your team. One injury for the Cowboys during the Jason Garrett era, and it might as well have been Scabs playing, right? One left tackle goes down, Chaz Green comes in, he lets up
Chaz Green.
Chaz Green should be on Guantanamo Bay. 7 sacks.
7.
Right?
Hey, Guantanamo Bay is still too much luxury for him.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
send him over to Russia. Let him go sit in Russia.
Wherever Brittany Griner was, that's where he should go.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
7 sacks.
So what Shoddy has done, and McCarthy did this too. Dak would go down, and they would still win games with Cooper Rush. And Shoddy has some. Listen, your number one receiver is out. You don't have CD, but Pickens has picked up, or some guys are injured and they don't absolutely break down into nothing.
Right.
And just
that was a good sign of
fall apart. I appreciated that
because they lost 3 offensive linemen.
I'm about to say they also lost their backups,
and
they still were winning games.
Yeah,
they're still competitive. Now the defense is a whole different story. But speaking of
wet paper bag, man.
Yeah. I mean, I won't even say what we're going to say.
Right.
Where the defense was despicable and the scheme was, I mean, my son is 2 years old and put a better defensive scheme, which I think last year, it's not that there was no talent, certainly wasn't enough talent, but last year's issue was much more a schematic thing where guys didn't know where they're going, right? These are professionals. If they're not being coached well, that they don't know where they're going. If they don't know if one person doesn't know where it's going, he's a moron. Get him off my team. But it wasn't one guy. It was every game, multiple players. The guys didn't know.
3, 4.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're going to get a touchdown pass 10 yards with no one around you for 10 yards. I'm sorry. There's something, that's a schematic issue. That's a coaching issue.
We watched a game and they come to the line of scrimmage. I'll be yelling at my son, my grandson. Look, 10 yards off the ball. How's it? Could you be 10 yards off the ball?
3rd and 5, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 10 yards off the ball and backpedaling.
Oh.
Okay.
But that was always my thing. It's like, you're not guarding the sticks, but you're also not guarding the end zone either.
Right.
Yeah. So what are we doing?
Yeah,
correct. And I don't think with Christian Parker as a defensive coordinator, I will ever feel like, what are we doing? No. I don't think I'll ever have that feeling because he is too cerebral. He is too passionate. He's too intentional. I think, go back to what you said earlier about Rashawn Gary. I think it shows you they're going to be doing a lot of stunting, a lot of twisting. Like that is, I think, one of his strengths is his ability to feel out the holes in the offensive line as the play is developing and make the play, which is, I think he's going to be a perfect fit as an edge rusher. As the guys move one way, he moves the other and finds a way for the quarterback.
Yeah, I think him as an edge rusher is going to be perfect. Being that I watched what Quinnen Williams was before he got traded, I love the big run stuffer defensive ends. I feel like that's a lost art.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody wants to get to the quarterback.
Not in this scheme. Yeah.
Not in this scheme, but everybody wants to get to the quarterback, strip sack. It's like, hey, can you stop this guy? Can you stop the run?
Can you build this defense to look like, and again, not that to expect this level of elite, that's not realistic, but to look like a mid-2000s Steelers defense, right? They had Brett Kiesel and Aaron Smith as their DNs, and they weren't putting up double-digit sacks, but man, you couldn't run on them, and they did the scheme perfectly. They let the guys rush the ball and were physical.
I say this, what I need from Dallas is I need the Seahawks defense. Their defense this year was something, loaded at every level.
Like 7 guys with 8 sacks.
Yeah.
And
loaded.
Versatile. Yeah. Versatile, right? Those boys in the back can hit you hard.
Exactly.
They punished you, and that's what we're looking for with this
now.
defense.
Would I have let Tyreek Woolen go to a division rival? No.
Right.
That dude is a lengthy corner. He's a lengthy physical corner.
Right. But listen, that's what happens when you're a Super Bowl champion, baby. These guys got to get paid, but
absolutely,
they're going to be.
I'd have told Jerry, don't let him go to Philly. Don't do it.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel that.
Because as much as, and I believe in CD, and obviously for the 1 year, we're going to see what Pickens does. But my issue is defensively, teams are getting way better. And we have to start taking those same steps.
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Now, listen, we're about 4.5 minutes left in the episode. Give me one thing you need Dallas to do coming up, whether that's draft a linebacker, sign a free agent, call up Bo Derek to have her come and greet the team. Like, what do you have? I hate when that stupid thing pops up.
We need a linebacker desperately. We need a Sean Lee, a captain of the defense that is like, hey, guys, relax. It's okay. No matter what's going on, I need my captain of my defense to be even kill.
A.J. Allen.
CJ.
Allen.
TJ.
It's CJ.
CJ.
Yeah, CJ Allen. It's all right.
All right.
If we get him, if we get CJ, he'll learn the name eventually.
Yeah, he'll get it. We hope so. What's your one thing you have to have the Cowboys do before? Well, let's just say one thing you need the Cowboys to do, whatever it is.
Well, they got to make sure they re-sign the kicker.
Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah, oh yeah, they gotta resign him.
Well, unless you
I'm
get
not
Jack
paying him
London.
$15 million
Yeah.
for a kicker.
Yeah.
I think if anyone can show you that they can develop a
They got-
kicker, it's Dallas. So if you want to give me a second round pick for him,
Cool.
if you
But
want,
if I offer you $10 million and it's no, I'm not paying you more than that.
right, then have fun on the
That's the
tag.
problem.
We'll,
Yep.
we'll see you when we see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got under three. Something I want. I need two difference makers. I need two.
Yeah.
Whether it's the draft, and I think draft you can find it. You need two guys who are going to be like, this is the new culture. We're Christian Parker guys. We're not going to lose. So be it. That's that. We got 2.5 minutes left.
Have you
Hurry up.
on the rally day? Who have you run into on Dallas's rally day?
On Dallas's rally day, I haven't really been able to go to rally day, stuff like that, obviously, because I'm busy with my own stuff, but haven't really run into anybody off the top of my head.
We ran into Michael Downs, and I said to him, I said, Michael, who's a better coach, Tom Landry or Belichick? And he said, Tom Landry. That's all.
Anyway, we're about to close up. Do you want to shout out anybody before we go?
Yeah. I'm gonna actually shout out Mr. Riley Roosevelt for introducing me to you. Obviously, that dude over the course of years has allowed me to see behind the scenes what it takes to really run a championship team. He's seen what it's like and given me insight that the average fan doesn't necessarily know.
For sure.
Everybody thinks it's X's and O's. I'm like, you got to have the Jimmys and the Joes to complete X's and O's.
Absolutely. D?
Well, I'll give you a story one day.
Hurry up. Come on.
I'm guarding Mr. Roosevelt. That's all I got to say.
You got to shout out anybody?
I'm going to shout out to Mom to find out she could help out one of my buddies.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Listen, a minute left. I'm shouting out Braylon Mullins, my boy. Getting a 3 that we're going to be showing on the B-roll for college basketball for years, baby.
Hey, I think it's UConn's year. I think it's their time.
From your lips to God's ears, baby. Let's
Absolutely.
go. Listen, find us Cowboys and Coffee, everybody online. Thank you for watching. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple iTunes, whatever. We'll catch you later. Kane, God bless you. Happy Easter.
God bless you.
Make sure we get his.
I got it.
Okay.
Peace.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week.
Can't wait.